Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, April 3rd, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Fun day at the Maryland Chicken Wing Festival. I was up there judging the best of 10 samples, and congrats to Jimmy over at Lisa's Luncheonette, actually a local source for wings. And then there was a homemade sauce contest, and the winner was a woman with a pineapple honey-based sauce that had a really nice kick to it. I didn't get her name, but I'd love the recipe if I can connect with her. But a fun day all in all. The weather mostly cooperated, and now I either have a cold or allergies, which I don't normally have, so apologies for the stuffiness. Well, we do have some news to catch up on, so shall we? A 3-car crash outside the Marley Station Mall yesterday afternoon around 1 p.m. killed one person. We don't have many details just yet, but we do know that one vehicle flipped over and one person died. We do expect to have more info a bit later. Please check back at eyeonannapolis.net. The bad news is that there was a triple shooting midday on Melrob Court in Annapolis on Saturday afternoon that sent one adult and 2 teens to the hospital. The good news is that none of the injuries are believed to be life-threatening. And the best news is that the Annapolis Police Department developed a suspect pretty quickly and made an arrest on Sunday of a 16-year-old. He has been charged with 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder and is being held without bond. Now, the police did indicate that it likely would be bounced back down to juvenile court, so they are not releasing much more information on this. Congrats to Mariana Hayes of Annapolis High. She scored a very lucrative $20,000 Dell scholarship from the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation. In addition to the $20,000, she'll get a laptop, personalized student support, textbook credits, a scholars resource network, and access to teletherapy. Way to go, Mariana. And a year behind her, 3 juniors have been selected as finalists for SMOB, or the Student Member of the Board of Education. They are Indu Budala from Glen Burnie High, Eric Lynn from Severna Park High, and Taryn Reinhardt from Annapolis High. The 3 will debate on the 18th, and that'll be viewable live on the Anne Arundel County Public Schools YouTube channel. And then a finalist is going to be selected at the end of April, and that name will be submitted to Governor Moore, who does make the final appointment. Notable is that our Board of Education is the only one in the country that gives student members full voting rights, so it is a pretty big deal. Another pretty big deal is Natty Drablate. He is the concertmaster at the ASO, and we did a podcast with him a while back and actually got a private concert with his violin. It was pretty amazing. And he is adding to his resume and taking flight, literally. He has earned his wings. He is a commercial pilot now, and he is flying as the first officer on Endeavor Air, which really kind of only exists in name as it is the regional jets that Delta flies. And to anyone's knowledge, he is the only concertmaster/pilot in the skies. Pretty cool. Hopefully you caught our K9s at Crosstrack segment on Friday. We spoke with Bellissima and Pantera, who are sweet but shy 4-month-old Dutch Shepherd mixes. Do check out our post from noon on Friday for some great photos, and if you have some room in your heart for either of them, we have all the info on how to adopt them. And on Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we spoke with Joni and Liz from the Annapolis Dragon Boat Club, and boy, what a brave bunch of mostly women. Do listen to that one if you missed it. And if you can support the organization, please do. There's plenty of ways to do it. And next week, we're going to be talking with Taylor Piles, who's the founder of the Blue Ribbon Project, another amazing and worthwhile organization that I do encourage you to get behind and support as best you can. All right, that is a wrap. Thank you, first and foremost, and also a quick thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Maryland Higher Education Commission. And Alsina is here with your Monday Money Report, and things are still a little bit cray-cray, and I am counting on her to explain it a little bit more for me. And George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecast weather report you're going to find. All that and tissues for me coming up in just a bit, so hang around.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMD VA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, April 3rd. We made it through the storms and gusty winds across the Annapolis region pretty nicely on Saturday, and while things cooled off yesterday, temps will warm nicely today through Thursday before cooling down again Friday through the weekend. Look for sunny skies and breezy winds today with highs in the mid-60s or so for all of Anne Arundel County, to be followed by more sun tomorrow, with temps moving up into the low to mid-70s, with mid or upper 70s likely Wednesday. Those skies will be cloudy, and we might even see a few PM rain showers as well. After that, it's more 70s Thursday, with a higher chance of showers, with Friday through Sunday then bringing a fair amount of sunshine, with highs in the mid-50s to lower 60s each day. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Last week, the S&P 500, which is just 500 of the largest companies in America, was up about 3%. The Bureau of Economic Analysis reported that the core personal consumption expenditures price index, which is the Federal Reserve Bank's preferred measure of inflation, has declined to a year-over-year of 4.6%. Core PCE excludes the more volatile energy and food categories. While inflation is coming down and fears of bank failures are lessening, tax bills are starting to roll in. It's not too late to make a couple of changes that could impact your 2022 taxes. If you are eligible, you can still make contributions to your IRA for last year. If you own a business, which can include a side hustle, you may be able to contribute to a SEP IRA. And if you had a high deductible health plan, you can still contribute to your health savings account. These things can all reduce your tax bill and are available until the tax filing deadline. Other tax news includes all the changes made in the Secure 2.0 legislation that recently passed. Required minimum distributions were pushed out even further, up to age 75 depending on your birth year. That may not be a good thing, though. Delaying withdrawals from your retirement accounts could result in large required distributions later in life, with higher tax brackets and even higher Medicare means testing. Having a retirement income distribution plan that incorporates taxes and Medicare is critical. The law also allows 529 account owners to contribute leftover funds to the beneficiary's Roth IRA. There are a number of rules and restrictions around this. But if you have money in a 529 that you don't need for school and don't want to pull out due to the taxes and penalties, this can be a good strategy. If you listen to us for a while, you know that I'm a firm believer in starting Roth IRAs for kids at age 14 or as soon as they begin earning income. That income can include babysitting or lawn mowing money too. The legislation also allows more Roth options in retirement plans. While many of the changes take effect immediately, it will take time for plan administrators and custodians to update their systems. Once that's done, if your employer has a Roth 401k, you would be able to have the employer match paid into the Roth account. Remember, you have to pay taxes on that match now instead of waiting until you pull it out in retirement. If you have wages over $145,000 and are eligible for the catch-up contribution, that will automatically go into the Roth account. You do not have the option of putting the catch-up contribution into the traditional or pre-tax account. The law also allows SEP and simple accounts to offer Roth options. Another new addition is access to a small amount of your 401k for emergencies. While many of you may not think being able to pull out $1,000 from your retirement account is a big deal, remember that the average American can't cover an unexpected $400 expense. If you've been auto-enrolled in your retirement plan at work, that forced savings could be what allows you to repair your car and keep your job and be able to pay your rent. If used as intended, this could be life-changing for Americans of modest means. Secure 2.0 has made sitting down with your financial advisor more important than ever as you incorporate these changes into your financial plan. Your action item this week is to do some spring cleaning. Clutter adds stress to our lives and results in overspending as we replace things we can't find or eat out instead of cooking. Follow us on Facebook. Check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com for more information and great resources. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisory Group, a registered investment advisor. All performance references historical. There's no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged, may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only and are not to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
Did you get close to completing your college degree but dropped out during the COVID pandemic? Well, as a near completer, you may be eligible to receive money from the Maryland Higher Education Commission to finish your degree. Again, if you started your degree but for whatever reason never finished it, the Maryland Higher Education Commission has money to help you return to college and finish what you started. Go to mhec.maryland.gov and click on the Near Completer grant to learn more.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.